Hey guys, it's Diana. It's Saturday. It's time to paint. Lipstick's a little red. Well, anyways, here it is. I'll turn everything around. Whoops. Oops, sorry. The problem last night was when our class we did those flowers. I got thrown off 3 times. For real. So today I made sure there's no TV, no laptop, and my iPad and my phone. I think it was too much, and then we had storms. This one we did. This is one we did last night. This is a copy. So if you didn't join, you didn't see. So anyways, we're doing this today again. And this is, if you guys remember, I had put it up like on my good morning stuff or on my stories. So I copied it and I made a tracer and I put it in the group. So you'll be able to do it. And I'm going to do this one. So I'll have 2. Fun. Cindy Shepard had said that she wanted to do one. I'm also going to do a Dolly Parton, which I'm going to do later. I finally made the tracer and put it onto a piece of paper. So in the meantime, if you guys had told me, I know I had told Stacy last night, that if you're looking to do better with your art, I teach a lot of stuff from Betty Edwards' book, Right Brain, Left Brain, and the name of the book is The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way. It's a big book, but I use that book in every college class you take anywhere here in the States, at least. But she also has a book on color. And she has this whole section about different colors, where they come from, maybe how they mix them, or what they mean. And I did a series last year, about 2 years ago. There's like black and green and where they come from and how artists might use them. And there's even a quote here from, I don't know who it was, one of the, I think it was Thoreau. Anyways, I'm going to read it to you. It's real short and quick. And it's about the color yellow. And because we're doing yellow today, I thought it would be kind of fun, something different. But it's from her book, Betty Edwards. They use, all her books are used in any kind of, if you go to college, these are the books that you would use in college courses. But if you use The Artist's Way, your painting will improve. I mean, there's a lot of projects in there. They're not hard. There's a lot of them that'll help enhance your painting. And this color book will help it too. We did a whole series on like color blocks and all that. How to mix colors and how to easily read your color wheels without getting real complicated. So they're really good teaching methods. They kind of laughed at her or made fun of her techniques. Well, then now they're very popular. So if you ever, I believe it's, I'll have to go check see what books I got, but it's in my my store, which you go up in the featured X area and you'll see, well, it's my list with Amazon. And you'll see the books that are in there, and I believe it's in there. It's called The Artist's Way. So this is the color one. She has a book from Right Brain, Left Brain, which is also another one that I have. So any course you take on mastering or masters, painting masters, this is in there. All right, so the color is yellow. Yellow is one of the most ambiguous colors. It is the color of sunlight, gold, happiness, of intellect and enlightenment, but it also the color of envy, disgrace, and deceit, betrayal, and cowardice. In Islam, gold and yellow is the color of wisdom. During the Chinese Qing dynasty, only the emperor was allowed to wear yellow. In the Christian tradition, however, Judas wore a yellow cloak when he betrayed Jesus with a kiss. In his book, The Primary Colors, Alexander Thoreau expounds the enigma of yellow. So few colors give the viewer such a feeling of ambivalence or leave one with such powerful, viscerally enforced connotations and contradictions, desire and renunciation. dreams and decadence, shining light and shallowness. Gold here, grief there, an intimate mirroring in its emblematic significance of glory in one instance, in another, painful, disturbing estrangement, and opposing duality seems mysteriously constant. Boy, that's a mouthful. Whew. Reflecting the ambiguity, the yellow brick road of L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was paved in bricks of gold, but they symbolize the bitter congressional fight over the gold standard and tight policies in the early 1900s. The Beatles' 1968 animated film, The Yellow Submarine, was a lighthearted, modern version of the ancient mythology of gold versus evil, or good versus evil. The Yellow Submarine symbolized youthful optimism, and the blue meanies who despised both music and love were the unsuccessful opposing force. Modern law enforcement uses bright yellow tape to mark a crime scene, another gold versus evil sign. In the ancient symbolism of dreams, pale yellow meant material comfort, but deep yellow signified jealousy and deceit. Gentlemen are said to love blondes, but women with blonde hair were called by those same gentlemen dumb blondes. On the other hand, yellow in nature is often extolled as cheerful and charming, as in Wordsworth's, that's what it was, 1804 poem, Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high or veils in hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. In Jungian philosophy, yellow symbolizes the flash of insight called intuition, which seems to come from out of the blue or from left field, which incidentally is the visual field of a right hemisphere of the brain. You use your right side to be creative, if you knew that. We're going to have to do a right side, left side brain thing class. Regard your paintings now in terms of your use of yellow. Like many people, you might be fond of yellow. See it as only as a positive aspect. If so, yellow will appear among your favorite colors, preferred seasons, positive emotions, and in your still life paintings. On the other hand, shades of yellow may appear in your disliked colors in your paintings of jealousy or sadness. So that's about yellow. Very interesting. You should do something interesting on it. But some of them will have like where it came from and if it's a rare color, which I can't remember which one it was. But anyways, it's interesting, right? Okay. They're talking basically how you would use it in a painting. Where the heck did my thing go to? Where's the bookmark when you want one? It doesn't matter. I think next time we do a different color, we'll do. Where does it got it? We'll do another reading. Betty Edwards. Look her up on Amazon. She's got books out. But The Artist's Way is the most popular book, I think, on there. So, anyways, here's the... I did the tracer onto it. Here's the painting again we're going to do. And the colors we were using are... Got them ready? Obviously, we're using green. I have like a Christmas green that I got from... Apple Barrel, but there's a lot of greens you could use. The yellow is a bright yellow. It's called bright yellow. And then the background is Deco Arts. It's called Bahama Blue. It's one of my most favorite. I have to get more. We're going to need brown too. I'm down to nitty gritty on the brown. All right. And I got an orange, which is... It's a deep orange. It's this one, I think. Wild, warm sunset. So it's like a rich brown or orangey brown, or brownish orange, should I say. So you got yellow, green, blue, white, and orange. I'm going to put some more blue on here. Basically, that's all you need. Green, orange, yellow, white. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. Isn't that awesome? Less is good. Less colors make something look really good. I'm stuck here. Finally found my little... I have a little eyebrow... Well, it's a little tiny screwdriver for my glasses. And it's like the perfect thing for the holes because they're really tiny. I wipe it off. And I can get it out. Need a lot of blue for the background. So, if you guys have never been on here before, this is my group. But my name is Diana Myers. And I'm an artist. And I'm a self-taught artist. And I've been teaching online about 5 or 6 years now. I've been teaching around 10, maybe a little bit more. And I started out like painting paint parties, but I've been painting for 40 years. So I was an oil painter for the longest time. Back to Facebook, and we are in the Artsy Rose group. Let me get over there. Let me get over there. There's the groups. There I am. Came right up. Awesome. All right, there I am. All right, so like I said, let me turn this around. We got like a Kelly green or a dark forest green, somewhere in between there. This one's called Bahama Blue. This one's called Bright Yellow. And this one is Warm Sunset. So nice and orangey. So here is the picture we're doing again. We're going to go right ahead after we get the tracer done. And we are going to do the background with a big brush, flat square brush, a 1-inch brush. It just is good use because you don't get as many lines. You use a small brush, you can go around this, but sometimes it's better to do it this way. But when you do that, make sure you come back with the big brush. You don't want all those little tiny lines. It just doesn't look good. This is acrylic paint. And I basically teach a lot of newer artists or artists that are looking to do a little bit more, who are interested in acrylic painting, but also want more confidence and inspiration and all the things. That's what I do. And I do teach you painting too. Like I just did that inspirational reading on some yellow from the Betty Edwards book. And I got a couple other book recommendations. I always make them. That's where I learn stuff from. Or sometimes I'll see other artists and I'll put stuff on there for that too. If I find it might be kind of easy to learn for you, that's even better. So right in here, I can take the small brush and I'll come back in there. It's a pretty blue, huh? It really goes good with yellow. Yellow and blue go good together. They really do. So get it on there, no rhyme or reason, just put it on any way you can get it on. Now this is watercolor paper. I think it's about 140 proof. It's a little heavier. Like you can frame this pretty easily. It's like, it's not, you can use your multimedia paper, but I find if you're going to frame it, you can use that too, but these are a little stiffer. But you do got like the bumps in it, which means it's cold pressed. They press it in these little bumps. The ones that are heated more pressed are smoother. All right. I'm going to get a small brush and go back around the edges with the blue a little bit here. So how you all doing today? It's a little nippy up here. The sun's finally, I thought it was going to rain today. But I don't know. I met my granddaughter's new boyfriend. So I got involved with that. So I was going to, usually I notify everybody I'm coming on. Well, I got involved with just meeting him, nice guy. Talking with her. We had some lunch together. I made some banana bread. So I had a delivery from Lowe's, which they put in the wrong spot. And she went out there and moved it and blah, blah, blah. So here I am doing this now. And I had to make up that other class, finish the painting, because I got thrown out 3 times last night. I know that the satellites are messing up because of sunspots, which has been going on, but I guess there's been a lot or solar flares, that's what it is. That affects the satellites, but also one of the big data centers, Facebook's got hit over there in Iran. Something like that. It affects all the satellites and stuff, so that explains that. But, you know, usually I use all this stuff, don't have a problem, but 3 times last night. So I made sure everything was off, you know. I got my laptop off. She's not here because she uses her data, and then my TV. So it's just these 2 things on. But if in the event it does, I'll go back on. But right now, everything's looking good. Plus, we had some storms coming through last night. Yeah, so. Well, my next project is to come up with some things to sell at that, and I'm running out of time here to sell, make a little money at the Wine Fest I'm doing the 18th. My sister's going, which I'm thrilled about, you know. Let me see if you guys are on here. Shut this off. Wine Fest I'm doing the 18th. I think it's just me right now. Right, so now I'm doing, let me rinse this out. And I'm going to come in with the orange first, actually. Come right in here. Start doing that. Oop, water in there. Okay. I'll bring this all the way down a downstroke here. Just straight sunset, orange sunset or whatever it's called. I think it's a color. Warm sunset. Just make this middle part orange. I'm going to lighten this up a little bit of yellow. I'll leave those out because I'll put those little stamen in afterwards. So I'm going to take the yellow and orange and mix them on the side because the yellow is kind of transparent. So I'm going to take the yellow and orange about half and half and mix them on the side. I got this so you can see it. Let me see. Right here. I'm going to do this bottom part. I'll take some of that yellow. I'm going to kind of make some little things right here. Indicate that it's going down. Just like that. Follow the subject. See how I'm doing just little downstrokes, indicating that there's something going on down there. See, now I'm going to clean my brush off. Go right to the yellow, straight yellow. I'm just going to fill in those leaves. We do some more highlighting on them, but we're just going to fill in right now. It's a little transparent, but we're just going to go, not mix anything, just go straight yellow first. And this, you gotta do it's like in front of that cup. There you go. Well, it's definitely looking like spring, I'll tell you. It really does. I got flowers coming. I got daffodils blooming, small ones, and I have my tulips are coming up. My roses are starting to leaf out. It's exciting, right? I just bought a bunch of cow manure I'm going to put in. I ordered some mulch and they didn't deliver. I had to pick up the mulch, and that was the whole point because it was free shipping. Oh, so wow. So my daughter's coming Wednesday. We'll pick it up then. And I ordered an awning for the front door. My son-in-law is going to come out once again. That won't be here like the 20th. And the stairs that I stained last year, I think it was the salt. Took a lot of the stain off, but I use a lot of salt. And it was bad last year and the year before, so I gotta do that at some point. But I have to wait till it kind of warms up, so no hurry. Yeah, pulled some stuff out of the shed, put a few things out. Yeah. So just filling this in with the yellow. You know, my little plants started in the window. Now they're big enough I can transform them into other pots. So I just make like paper bag pots. I just make them the size of, I take a soup can and just kind of fill it in. Or, you know, I kind of roll them and then mash the bottom, put them in trays and fill them with dirt. We get some more blue and kind of go around the edges where I need to. Yep. I'm going to take some yellow with white, and I'm going to kind of start going around the edges and just kind of doing some little lines and doing some highlighting here. This white is, or this yellow is very transparent, so you got to kind of fill some of that yellow in. You can go back over with some more yellow if you get too light. I want to cover some of these lines up. You need some white in there. Just trying to make it a little less transparent here. Oranges and yellows tend to be a little see-through. It's not uncommon. Just about every color company has whatever you're using. Could be oils, same thing, transparent. Just trying to cover some of those lines up, which is just the ink from the paper. Like I said, we're going to put some highlights on this. I'm just trying to cover these up a little better with the white and some more yellow. And the background. Kind of make some little indication of some ruffles in the inside of this too, with the white and your brush. Let that dry a second. I'm going to come in with some white again. I'm just going to kind of highlight around this cup. Still using a round brush. So this must be yellow, yellow, and orange on the bottom. That's what I used. A little more transparent down here. Same thing, lines up and down. I'll make these a little more yellow. Let that dry. We're going to put the stamens in a minute. Now take that orange and yellow, mix them together. orangey yellow. You want it kind of half and half. Kind of an orangey yellow. Then you're going to kind of come in and start doing these outside pieces over that white I put on. I kind of just smushed in a little white. Just going to kind of lightly do these edges. Yellow and that orange. Oh, here we go again. Hey, Cindy girl, did you get my message? I gotta plug in. I said Cindy really wanted to see these, and I had been thinking about it. You know, sometimes you just don't get to things, you know. Happens. So let me plug this in. So we're still doing our daffodil. Same thing, yellow and orange. I mean, you could do this solid yellow, but I think it gives a little more definition if you use some color around it. And there is some that are these colors, so they're all different. There's all kinds of varieties of them. Mine are like the petite ones. They're all yellow, and they're small. They're only like that big. They're really cute. Can't really see them. I wish I had. Eventually, when I've had them, I might move them to the front, but, you know, this is only the second year they're getting established, so I don't want to move them yet. But I think they would look a little cuter because they're shorter in the front if you could see them a little better. And I got them way over in the corner. They are cute, though. They came with a bundle of, I bought like a kit of, well, not really a kit, but it was just a bundle of all different ones. It was cheaper to buy it that way than to buy all different ones, because there was nothing here that's, you know, kind of bald. So I'm just going to kind of tone this down with a little yellow here and here, just around the edges. Tone it down a little bit. Orange in there. Let that dry, and let's go right into the green now. I'm going to use that dark green, and I'm just going to start putting in some stem. Let that dry before I touch it up anymore. This is actually from a picture I had, that one I had on the internet. I just blew it up and copied it. Then I made a template. The green, and then we're going to highlight with some yellow. You can kind of wing this, put as many leaves or not. And I actually need one more right here because I made one leaf go just like that. So I want kind of one to come down too. Yeah, I was gonna put a bunch of stuff on here earlier to remind everybody, and well, my granddaughter's new boyfriend came to visit, so I had never met him before. So we kind of hung out. She bought me some chicken. What is that place? Oh, Popeyes. And I made banana bread. And we just talked, so I didn't get back over here till later. All right, so we're gonna kind of separate these. And I'll separate these. I'll put some highlights here. Just a little highlight, that's all you need. Yeah, we had fun. finally got the mail out. I didn't get to it. Just all the stuff going on with the membership and classes and just taxes and just life, right? Just life. Life. I'm gonna do a little bit of white here too, just kind of separate that more. Yeah. Been nice having my granddaughter here again. She's working 2 jobs. That's something. So you just get kind of funky with the things here, but you can do what you want. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let me touch up the daffodil a little bit. Pretty easy stuff. Nothing's coming up down here. I got thrown off 3 times yesterday, Cindy. 3 times. I had that class. We did this last night. 3 times. I got everything shut off except for the iPad and my phone. So I finished this morning before I did this class. So crazy, right? I don't know. I think it's something to do with solar flares, or I guess a big data center over in the other side of the world got hit. It was a Facebook one, so I don't know. So I just made sure everything was off. All right. So I wouldn't get thrown off, because it was raining last night too, and one of the girls that's in my class, she was saying they were having bad storms too. So I don't know. I know that the solar flares, which have been acting up lately, are acting up again. So, and they will affect your satellites, and that's where you get your Wi-Fi and all that. So as far as I know, so you can have fun kind of like highlighting with the yellow and the white. You can get quite interesting with that. Or you can just color them in. You don't have to do all these fancy highlights, but I think it looks better if you do this. Oops. Just kind of detailing up some stuff. Now I took the green and now you could use the end of your brush, but I'm going to make them kind of flat, 'cause technically they're flat. I'm going to make 3 of them. And you could take a really small brush and make your little, they kind of are on a stem. Not a stem. Well, can't get it wet, there you go. They're on a little stem. Like that. Yes, we had fun this morning. Highlights in here, I think. I did orange on the other one, but I'm going to add a little white to this one. A little white. You can even do this with like a Posca pen if you want to. Alright, that looks pretty good. Just kind of keep this separated. Shoot. Yeah, she went to a movie with him. They're off shopping and stuff. Alright. The other one I wrote daffodil, but you don't have to write anything. These are the heavy duty watercolor paper, so you could frame these really easy. Whatever this is, 11 by 12, or I'm not sure what size is this paper. Where's my book? I don't know. Whatever the size, here it is, the book is, whatever the size the book is. Oh. That's how you, when you go to buy a frame, you can go Dollar Tree. Here's the book I use. I use this a lot. This one's just I like this one, it's my favorite. So get this off Amazon. So it's 140 pounds. So that the weight is how heavy it is, and that's the one I use on Amazon. So it's heavy enough that you could frame it, and it's got it in centimeters. Oh, hate that when they do that. I got my thing. Hate that. I think it's 11 by something. Okay, this one is 11 by 8 or 12 by 8. Either one will fit. Yeah. So basically like the size of copy paper almost. You can paint up. I got another painting I'm doing. I'm doing Dolly Parton. I'm doing a lot of face stuff, you know, so. All right, so that's pretty much it for tonight. I hope you read my reading, Cindy, of the color yellow, because I did yellow daffodils, so I did yellow, but the lady is famous for, these books are every college course you take in master's. They're going to give you The Artist's Way and using left brain, right brain, which I have too. And Betty Edwards, they laughed at her when she first came out. Well, this is all they usually use in the colleges now. So it's called, the other one's called The Artist's Way, which is up in my store. But this is her color one too. So she has this whole series of every color, what the history, everything about the color, what it means when you're painting and stuff. So anyways, if you get a chance, go back and read that. So anyways, guys, that's it for today, and I will see you next week. Hey, and I will be on the middle part. You have a problem? Well, that's why I say if you do two different colors, because there's all yellow ones, and there's orange and yellow. Do the orange and yellow instead of all yellow, because you know you need the contrast. It's all about contrast, lights and darks. It's about values. They call it values. What I call like contrast. So if you use the orange and yellow, it should be a little bit easier than just doing straight up yellow. If you do a bigger one too, this should be easier than opposed to the small ones until you get more talented at it. But just put a lot of lines in it. Let it dry a few minutes. And then just do a lot of little lines. Don't overthink it either. I mean, it's pretty simple. So you could take this and trace it onto 3 or 4 of them and make all your mistakes on one, and the next one you'll do better, and the third one you'll do even better. I've been doing those portraits. I did my 3 daughters, and Jacqueline's like, the skin looks better on this one. I says, because I'm getting better. So I suggest that too. You should, these things, if you want to get better at them, sometimes you gotta do them more than once, you know? And you can see where you made your mistakes. Take a picture of it. You know what I mean? Then go do the next one. Say, okay, I want to fix this and fix that. So, but I think instead of doing all yellow and doing the orange and yellow, to having the contrast to the 2 colors, that you'll find it looks a lot better, you know. And let it dry a little bit, and let's use the white and yellow to make highlights and stuff. So you've seen what I did. Just go back and rewind and watch. So, anyways, like I said, I will be on here. I don't know. Who's on here? Just Cindy. I don't know what I'm doing on YouTube next week. I'll probably do something, but I had a lot of stuff going on this week. So, but Monday I have a doctor's appointment or eye appointment, which is really no big deal. But I never know what he's going to do. I think I'm about due for the dilation and all that. It takes forever. 1's my day too. I gotta be there at 1, so I figure I won't be home probably at 4. So I won't do nothing at night. But did Mona Lisa. I did Like Me. You see me? I've been doing them on the back of canvases. I've been playing around with raw canvas. I did this girl I seen. So I've been playing with the figures and the facial stuff. I got a whole bunch out there. I haven't done anything in a couple of days, so I need to do 2. So I'm doing Dolly Parton, and I don't know what else yet. So when I have those done, I'll show you. And then we got Mother's Day stuff coming up too, so I got a couple things I'm working on. And then I'm going to make a sign for my door. I'm going to use this, like Diana's Art Room or something, or In and Out or something. So we'll do that with me. I'm going to do that on a square wood palette. So anyway, so those are the things we got coming up. So guys, I will see you later. And I hope you have a great afternoon, and hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And make art, guys. Make lots and lots of art. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.